Dear Chartered Accountants, working professionals, and students in the domains of Indian auditing, accounting, and the tax and regulatory space, welcome to podcast of Fca Deepak Rao, a practicing Chartered Accountant. Daily news and updates for 27th September 2023. Abu Dhabi Investment Authority or ADIA is reportedly looking to invest $600 million in Mukesh Ambani's retail empire Reliance Retail Ventures at valuations significantly higher than those in the previous round 3 years ago. ADIA already holds a 1.2% stake in RRVL alongside other investors such as KKR and Qatar. The current valuation is about 60% higher than the last round but lower than analysts' estimated value of $131 billion. RRVL, with a market value of $100 billion, is the 12th largest retail giant globally. Reliance Retail posted annual revenue of $35 billion in financial year 23. Arjun Mohan, who took charge as the new chief executive of the India business at Byju's last Wednesday, is set to unveil a series of changes at the financially troubled edtech firm, including cutting the headcount by a third or about 4,000 to 4,500 people to further tighten costs. Mohan, in his second stint at Byju's after heading edtech rival Upgrad's India business, has briefed senior company executives that he'll be merging several business verticals as part of the changes that are expected to be rolled out later this week or early next week. The job cuts would cover both permanent and contractual staff at Think and Learn, the parent of Byju's, and are not linked to any of its subsidiaries. However, a significant number of senior roles would be made redundant at the firm. E-commerce platforms in India, including Flipkart, Amazon India, JioMart, AJio, and Tata Neu, are set to offer steep discounts of up to 60% during the upcoming festive season sales. The companies have allocated a higher budget for online promotions this year, leveraging lower input costs. Discounts are expected to be the highest for mid to premium models as companies aim to boost sales growth. Smartphone brands such as Realme are planning to spend significant amounts on consumer offers. The Indian government plans to borrow 6.55 lakh crore in the second half of the financial year, remaining on track with its budget estimate. The borrowing will include a new 50-year security for the first time, and Rs 20,000 crore will be raised through sovereign green bonds. Analysts believe this adherence to borrowing plans demonstrates fiscal prudence and should calm market nerves. The final valuation rules for angel tax largely mirror the draft rules unveiled by the Finance Ministry in May, but have provided significant relief by including provisions relating to compulsory convertible preference shares or CCPS that would help in funding from venture capital funds and foreign investors. Experts have welcomed the final rules that provide clarity and flexibility for valuation of foreign investments in unlisted companies at a premium, but there remain some concerns about how it will be implemented. The final rules that were notified by the Central Board of Direct Taxes and come into effect from September 25th have retained the 5 valuation norms provided in the draft rules, including comparable company multiple method, probability weighted expected return method, option pricing method, milestone analysis method, and replacement cost method. The final rules have, however, introduced a mechanism for arriving at the fair market value of CCPS for investment from residents as well as non-resident residents. These instruments are seen as a key element of fundraising by startups. The rules have provided that the valuation of CCPS can also be based on the fair market value of unquoted equity shares. The draft rule had also provided that where the date of merchant banker's valuation report is not more than 90 prior to the date of issue of shares, then the date can be deemed be the valuation date if the assessee so chooses. The final rule has said that if such an option is exercised, the provisions of Rule 11U, subclause J, shall not apply. It also provides for the 10% safe harbor which applies to the valuation of both unquoted equity shares and CCPS where the issue price of the shares exceed the value of shares. This podcast is sponsored by Sound of CA. We share because we care. Vande Mataram, Jai Hind.